Do 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 do. Hey, Bob. Yeah. What are you doing? No, I'm just sitting around here. Just sitting around here in the studio, messing around, with you. Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. The phone's ringing. No, the space phone's ringing. Yeah. Hello. Hang on a second. Bob, your dad's on the phone. Yeah. Okay. Hand me the phone. Here you go. Yeah, Dad. How you doing? Bob, Bob, I was hanging around on the deck, and all of a sudden, on the other side of the fence, I saw your old girlfriend. No, my old girlfriend? Yeah, your old girlfriend. Yeah, she came over, and I was talking to her, and I told her that I found you, and she said, well, maybe you should come by or give me a call. Really? Oh, cool. I guess. Okay. That's the phone number, right? Writing it down. Okay. All right, Dad. Anything else? No, I'm just sitting around with the cats, Of course, waiting for you to come home, but, well, anyways, you're not coming home, not soon, so we're gonna go and just hang around with the cats. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk to you later. Bob. Yeah. So what'd your dad have to say? I don't know. It's kind of personal. What do you mean it was kind of personal? There's nothing personal around here. We tell each other all of our secrets. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, but yeah. My old girlfriend wants to talk to me. You had a girlfriend? Yeah, I had a girlfriend. Yeah. What was her name? Her name was Sandy. Sa- what was her last name? No, Sandy Beach. Yeah, Sandy Beach. Yeah, yeah, she was okay and everything. We only went out for like 2 days. Ugh, 2 days? You can't even call her your girlfriend if you only went out with her 2 days. Yeah, well, I guess she was a friend, a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Ugh, yeah, I guess. I guess so. What did you and Sandy do? No, oh, I don't know. We went down to the beach. Ugh, okay, yeah, go on. Yeah, it was hot. It was kind of like, July or something, and it was hot out, and so we decided to take a walk down at the beach, and then all of a sudden she goes, well, I'm going to go swimming, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't bring my suit, and I don't know how to swim anyway, so I guess you can go right ahead, and she went into the water and swam out, and there was like, I don't know, this floating thing out there, like a floating deck thing, and she went on it, and she was like, waving at me and stuff, and all of a sudden I thought she was in trouble. So I started yelling at all the other boats, Sandy Beach, Sandy Beach. But what they did, they just didn't understand it. They were like, yeah, it's a sandy beach. And they just kept boating around. And, she kept waving, and I kept yelling her name, Sandy Beach. And they kept going, yeah, you're crazy. And then, well, after that, she just swam back over, and then we kind of walked home. That was your big date? Yeah, yeah, down at the beach with Sandy. Uh, didn't anybody in school, like, kind of chastise you a little bit about it? I mean, are you going to take Sandy to the beach? Which you did. Uh, and another one would be, do you have Sandy in your pants? No, no, nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that. Well, yeah, they did. And they said other things too, but I'm not going to say what they were. They were kind of a little off color, like, she a beach, stuff like that. Ugh. Yeah, kids, they can be, they have little smart butts. Yeah, little smarty butts. Yeah. One of the other ones was she should start a band named the Beach Girls. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. And I heard there's going to be a sandy storm. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of good. You sure you didn't make them up? No, no, I don't know. I just, went down to the beach with her. Oh, hang on a second. Here comes Sam. Ugh. All right, you guys. I know what you're doing, and it's something exciting. So, give me the outtake. What's going on here? Well, Bob had a girlfriend. Bob, you had a girlfriend? Yeah, yeah. Only for a couple days. Ugh. Well, that's pretty cool, Bob. What was her name? No, Sandy. Yeah. What was her last name? Beach. Uh, Shut up, you guy. So, yeah, Sandy Beach, huh? Yeah. I bet you everybody had fun with that name. Ugh. Shut up, you guy. No. Yeah. You know, yeah, we were talking about it. Kind of went over the whole thing. Are going to take Sandy to the beach? Do you have Sandy in your pants? Should you start to name a band and name it the Beach Girls? And I heard there's going to be a Sandy storm. Ugh. Yeah. Well, that's cool, Bob. So, what else you clowns doing today? You're looking at it. Yeah, I know I'm looking at it. Yeah, I wish it was something else, but no, there it is. So Bob had a girlfriend for 2 days, and it's the first time we ever heard that one. But, kind of makes him a little bit more normal. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if Bob can get normal, well, I try to teach him how to be normal all the time. Yeah, sure. All right, then. You know, I had something to do today, so I think I'm going to leave, but here's the thing. I'm going to need some help. Doing what? I have to load this thing in a van. It's kind of heavy. You want to come out and help me? I don't know. I heard there's going to be a Sandy storm. There's going to be an Agag storm here in a second. And you're going to go flying through the air like there's a big wind. And you're going to flap your wings and make a hard landing. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Well, come on, Bob. Let's go out and help Sam put something in the van. All right. All right, now. I'll go out there with you. All right. Okay, there it is. Oh my, that's pretty big. Is it heavy? What do you mean, is it heavy? If it wasn't heavy, I would. Anyways, all right. I got the doors open, so let's go ahead and put it in there. Okay. Now, don't do anything until I count to 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's too heavy. Hey, guy, you didn't even try. Matter of fact, you're not even touching it. You're just standing there. Yeah, it's called anticipating. Yeah, anticipating. All right. Okay. Why don't you put your grubby little hands on it and, and try to get a hold of it. And then, Bob was trying. So, if you try a little bit and I try a whole lot and Bob tries a whole lot, we might be able to get in there. Okay. Should I count? Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Didn't work again. Didn't work again. You know why? Because you're just standing there. Well, I have a very tender back. I wouldn't want to ruin it. That might affect the radio show. Nah. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No. Yep, we got it in there. All right. Yep, just me and Bob, and you just stood there. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to close the van doors, and we're going to split. Where? Well, yeah, I'm going to need some help taking it out. Should I go? I mean, yeah, you were so helpful. That, get in the van. Okay, I'm in the van. Bob's in the van. Yeah. Yep, here we go. Do. Bill. We're here. Yep, we're here. All right. Once again, do the same thing in reverse. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it that way. Hang on a second. Ready, Bob? All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we check it out. All right. Okay, that's all you need to do right now. So get back in the van. All right, in the van. We're home. Yep, you're home. Now you can go back and do whatever you were doing. Okay, Bob. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about Sandy. Ugh. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. She's probably totally changed, and when she sees you, she's probably gonna run away, that old hat of yours and stuff, and, your shower thing. Yeah, yeah, but it could have been something. It could have been something if it wasn't for one thing. What was that? Her mother. Her mother didn't like me. Ugh. Ugh. Sometimes moms are like that. They're just kind of protective. Yeah, and she didn't like me. Yep. And she didn't like my family either. Yep. And she said we're from the wrong side of the tracks. Ugh. Well, that's kind of tough, Bobby. And, you know. uh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it was kind of weird because there wasn't any tracks in town, but you know. Ugh. Yeah, I guess so. Yep. Well, I think this is the end of the show. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Could have been. Could have been a little better, but you know. Now you know my past life. My past life. Oh no. Oh no. It used to be my little secret, and now that's it. I don't have any more secrets. Yeah, well, we'll try to figure out another one. Yeah, there's got to be something around here. Yeah, there's got to be something. All right then. Okay. Well, toodaloo. Yeah, yeah. Bye bye.